attraction, but you change to resources. So if you want to write attraction on top, because what happens is that once you set your goals, your career goals, what you want to achieve, like Milton wants to achieve $500,000 per year. Josh, what's your income goal?
Zach.
I'm sorry?
Zach, but
Zach.
that's all right.
Oh, why do you keep saying Josh?
No problem. It's 100,000.
100,000?
110.
110, okay.
110.
We gotta be precise. 110. 110,000. So in order for you to reach 110,000 per year, 250,000, 250,000. Nicole was what? 130, 130,000. Milton was $500,000. Milton a little greedy. That's okay. You know, you don't want to share. Yeah. That's cool. In order to reach all those goals, you have to have the resources to do it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Keller Williams gonna give you the training.
Mm-hmm.
You got an excellent market right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's popping, everything's going on. There's a lot of deals being made. Now what you need is that mindset training. That's where we come in, and that's part of the resource. So everything has to line up, okay? And we're gonna go into that, which is what part of our training is called frequency. But we want you to focus on the resources. So you have the training from Keller Williams, right? And then they hired our firm to come in as an outside source to come in, because we can come in and look at the operation and look at it from a different perspective. We can see things that they can't see because they're here on a daily basis. So we can come in and analyze your performance and see exactly where you're at, make some adjustments. And you would rather hear it from me than to hear from someone else that you see on a regular basis, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's just the way it is.
Outside.
Yeah, outside source. So we got the resources, we got the mindset training, so we're gonna go some more into the mindset training. We're gonna talk about, you guys wanna reach the 250, $500,000 a year in income. We're gonna talk about your why, your reason for wanting it. And we went into that a little bit today, because that's the most important thing that's gonna motivate you. Your why for wanting to achieve X amount of dollars per year. That's what we're gonna go into. Your why or your reason, okay? And it has to be a strong why. Your why is your desires. Why you want to earn this kind of money. So in your case, you want to earn 110. We talked about you want to upgrade your Corolla.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna blame you. Corolla to a Tesla.
Yeah.
So that Tesla becomes your why, right? So every time. Now today, once we leave here, you're going to see Teslas everywhere. You know that, right? Everywhere you go, you're going to see a Tesla.
You open your eyes to it?
Yeah, you open your eyes to it, exactly. That's going to be your why for it. So when times get a little slow, because it happens in any industry, it doesn't matter where you're at, you're in sales, you're going to have those peaks and valleys. When those valleys come, that why is going to be your motivation. And we're going to help you to determine that why that's going to push you so you can keep going to reach those goals. Sometimes we talk to clients, their why could be their family. They want to have a better environment, living environment for their family. Like Milton, he wants to do a lot more for his family and the community. So that's your why. Okay. What's your why? What's your reason for wanting to make that 250,000? Your mom? Okay. You want to take care of your mom? Okay. That's a strong why.
Mm-hmm.
That's a strong why. So when a customer tells you no, you got to think about your mom.
Mm-hmm.
So that can push, keep you motivated. You can't let that no stop you. For every no, there's a yes. So you got to keep pushing. So let's go to. We talked about the resources, and we're gonna go right to the why, but we're gonna come back to self accountability. I want you to look in the training material, right? Towards the end, and you're gonna look for this page here. Okay? I want you to look for that page, and I want everyone to write down what their why is. This is very important. This is going to help us when we do that one-on-one, face-to-face training that Samantha asked you guys about your date and time availability. When we do that one-on-one training, we're going to go deep into your why. So I need you to write down your reason, your why for wanting to earn X amount of dollars per year. That's important. I want you to go into details. You said it's for your mom. I want you to say why. Is it because she's ill or something like that? You want to take care of her. She worked hard for you growing up. So I need you to really, really write down why your mother is your why for wanting to earn X amount of dollars. plan on doing with that $250,000 per year for you? You want to buy a house, a car, send want to put it back to Nigeria, whatever. And if she's here, you want to bring her to the States. Go into detail. That's the only way you get to manifest what you want to manifest. It's the only way your why becomes that strong, that positive. It keeps you focused when you're in that valley and things are slow and it's cold outside, or you're sick and you have a cold or you have a headache and things are not going right. You gotta have something that's going to push you. Something's going to push you to the next level, to push you to keep motivated, so you can stay on your daily sales plan. Because there's going to come a time where you don't want to make the phone calls. You have a headache or your back hurt, whatever. Your spouse might be sick. Your kids are sick. You still got to push yourself. You still got to get out there and you got to grind. You got to stay motivated. And the only way you're going to do that is if you have that why that's going to help you get to that next level. Your why has to be greater than any pain, any struggle, any obstacle, any setback, any heartbreak, any disappointment that you might come across. That's how strong that why gotta be. So anything that comes up, any obstacle that comes in your path, when you're trying to reach your goals in life, that why has to be strong enough to break through those obstacles that you might come across. You guys are with me?
Yeah.
Make sense?
Yeah.
It has to be strong. You have to be. If it's not, what's going to happen is that when you come across hard times, the hard times are going to outweigh your why, and you're going to settle for something less. And it's not about settling; it's about achieving. It's about reaching your full potential. And by the way, I hate to use the term full potential, because when you think about it, they put a limit on what you can actually do. There's no such thing as full potential. It's like reaching the ceiling and then you can't do anymore. I don't really relate to that. I try to tell my clients that we try to stay away from that term. We try to say unlimited potential. Right. Because you can go to level, say you want to go to level 10, but then there's a level 11, 12. So why not keep going? Why not keep pushing yourself? Okay, Nicole? Everything's good? How was lunch? Good?
It was good.
Yeah. The tuna sandwich was slamming. Man, that was nice. Had some wheat bread, some pickles on the side. Where did you get it from?
Did
Look,
you get tuna melt?
I had tuna melt, yeah.
So good.
Yeah, it was. I've had tuna, never had it.
So good.
It was good, yeah.
Yeah, some
It's
Jackie's
Jackie's,
Grill.
yeah.
I have
It
it.
looked expensive too.
Thank Brendan.
No, I know he's going to deduct it off the bill. I know him. That's exactly. He was like, okay, we had lunch. And he said, so 4 hours, you needed 3.5. That sounds like him, right? Okay, you guys don't want to say it. Okay. Okay, so you guys writing that down?
Yeah.
Okay, anyone wants to share? Anyone wants to share their why everyone else is writing?
I just said like basically to give myself financial freedom and to step into like a new quality of life, free from anxiety of what ifs. And then I want to give back to my mother and my family because of what she sacrificed, like raising us.
Okay. When you say you want to give back to your mother and your family, what exactly you want to do for? Let's go into detail. You want to send on a nice vacation, or is it something you want to purchase for her? Or?
Yeah, I mean like I would. It's like a bit more futuristic. Like I would love to buy her a house.
There we go.
I would love to buy her a car.
Okay. All right. That's definitely doable. Why not, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes we put limitations on our own potential,
Right.
but I mean, why not?
Yeah.
Depends on where you're going to buy the house too. I mean, you know, if it's going to be New York or New Jersey, it's possible. But if it's somewhere in a nice, quiet town,
Right.
it makes it a lot more realistic, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the goal is that you have to write that down, and that's got to be your why. So when we have our one-on-one training, we're going to really dig deep into your why, and we're going to customize it, and then we're going to put it on an index card. We're going to have it laminated, and you're going to carry that why around with you everywhere you go. So when times get a little tough and you get a little distraction, you pull that why up. You'd be surprised. That why just might be the energy and the motivation you need to make 2 or 3 more phone calls, contacts, and boom, there you go. That's that deal that you was looking for. That deal is just right there. It's just always right there. People don't know it. They give up. The average salesperson gives up on 2 contacts with a customer. but it takes like 5 contacts to actually close a deal. But the average sales professional give up after 2 times. So it's common sense, right? So just keep contacting them at least 5 times, because that's what it takes to close a deal. At least it's hard to close a deal on the first time. You might call them, you talk to them for a few minutes, then you reach out to them again. They don't reply, and then the average person gives up, right? But you gotta reach out to them. You gotta do your presentation. You gotta negotiate. Sometimes you don't do that all in one sitting, but it takes at least 5 times before a customer says yes. So why not contact them 5 times? That's just like no-brainer, right? And that's what we teach you that so you can stay motivated, because you have that why that's going to push you. You know that you keep a list of all your activities with that customer. You say, I only contact them twice. I got to at least reach out to them 5 times. So you know, on that 5th time, by that 5th time, you probably have a greater chance of closing that business if you follow our system. That makes sense?
Yeah.
And this is scientifically proven. I mean, the numbers show that it takes 5 times to close a deal. Okay, so you want to take care of your mom. Everybody wants to take care of mom, man. It's like nobody cares about the dad, man. I got kids, man. Father's Day, like, oh, dad, yeah, how you doing? There's always mom. Always mom, right? Like the kids that play football, right? The dad takes them through Pop Warner. They go to the Division I football, and they get on TV and say, hey, mom. They never say, hey, dad. Anybody want to do anything for the dad? No? Okay.
I'll just read off.
Okay, what you got there?
So I put parents both worked, their asses off, came off the boat immediately, started working. Mom still works in the same factory today from earning $5 an hour to $31.50, which shows that who would be working today working for $5.
Yeah.
As a pizza boy, that's probably the only job.
Let me ask you, where's your family from?
Portugal.
Portugal. Oh, Portugal. Interesting. I speak a little Portuguese.
So my father taught me a good lesson, bought me a beautiful BMW when I was just asking for a little simple Honda Civic, simple $1,000, all I wanted. He said, in life, you must always work for your family. I work for my kids to have nice things. My why is for my family. Simple as that.
Okay, good. So your why is your family. You want to be able to do what? Maybe send them on a vacation back to Portugal, or?
Just really get them, just offer them whatever they want. If they ask for something, I'll give it to them.
You want to be able to have it. You want to have the resources to be able to give it to them.
They want a home, boom. Want to go to Portugal, get a house, boom. There you go. They want a car, boom. There you go.
Good. So you have to remember that when times get a little tight, get a little slow. When everyone's talking about the economy is slow and things like that, especially in your industry, it's really based on the economy, construction. You know, is there a lot of construction going on? People buying, selling. That's on the outside, but as sales professionals in real estate, you have to create what they call your own self-economy.
Right.
And the only way you do that is that you be able to have a strong why and not listen to the media and the news saying house sales are going down and people are not buying and interest rates are going up. Don't listen to all that. Your why has to be your family. And that's what's going to motivate you when the time comes. Because it happens. Every 4, 5, or 6 years in real estate goes up and down like that. So in the valley, that's when everybody drops off and they go back to their regular full-time job. You guys are going to still be here grinding, focusing, developing more new relationships with more clients because everyone else has dropped off.
Right.
And the only way you're going to do that is that why is strong. And your family is your why, family is your why, your mom is your why. How about you, Milton? What's your why?
My why is my family as well.
Okay.
My upbringing, come from humble beginnings.
Yep, just like most of us.
Yeah, of course, first generation immigrant. Came to this country 8 months old. My parents 17, 18 years old.
Let me ask you where your family from?
Ecuador.
Ecuador,
I
okay.
was born there, 8 months old. I grew up in East New York. It was not the best of neighborhoods.
Okay.
I saw a lot of people struggle.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to be able to not only give back to my family, but to my community.
Okay.
And have those opportunities for the people that don't have them.
Right.
Because they're not fortunate enough.
Right.
Give those opportunities to them to foster growth, to foster knowledge
Okay.
and prosperity to them.
Yeah. I feel the same way. I mean, I'm originally from Newark, born here though. My parents came from Alabama. Grandfather was a sharecropper. Those of you who don't know what a sharecropper is, that's the person that actually worked on a farm and they work all year long and they get paid at the end of the year. Yeah, but you work and you live on the farm.
And you also don't own the land.
You don't own the land or anything. But what happens is that a lot of times the people that own the land, at the end when all the harvest comes, they can tell you anything. But they can say, oh, we didn't make any money. Oh, we only made this much. So there's no way of keeping track of that. So that was my grandfather's life. Then my parents moved up here and put me and my brothers and my sisters through high school and college and everything. And I'm saying like I gotta get back, man. I gotta get back. That's
It's very important. That's my can make an impact on other people's lives.
yeah, that's what it's all about. That's the reason why we enjoy what we do, right, Chris?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's
sir.
fun.
Yeah, you know. Yep.
It's a great living, but it's not even about that. It's really, well, I ain't gonna think about that, but it's about really helping people. You know, my job here is to come in and give you as much knowledge and information that was passed to me, I can pass it on to you, and that's what it's all about. And you pass it on to others, and then before you know, everybody's living the quote American dream, which is possible. Do it. Okay. Anyone else want to talk about that? Why? Nicole. You have so many. Just give us one. Your kids? Okay, that's a strong one. That's that's real strong when it comes to the kids. So what do you want to do for your children?
Well, I very shortly put, my parents, they were married, got divorced, and my dad makes good money,
Okay.
but so does my mom. And I thought, man, what would happen if my mom didn't make good money?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And I'm a single mom, so that's like a big thing for me. I want to,
Right.
be able to give my kids the opportunity to create a good future for themselves.
Yeah, good for you. Good for you. And you definitely gonna do it. I mean, there's no reason why you can't. There's nothing or no one, no source that's holding you back. Only thing that's holding us back from success, you guys know, are ourselves, right? We're our biggest critic. So it's up to us to change that mindset and say I can do whatever I really want to achieve. I want to give you a little story. You guys watch YouTube videos and Discovery Channel, right? I'm like a big tube. I love YouTube. I'd rather watch YouTube than to watch TV. But they got some exciting stuff on it. Oh man! So I'm watching these animals, and it must have been a leopard, I guess a mother leopard. And I never saw anything like this before in my life. The guy was talking and said she hasn't eaten her cubs in like 3 or 4 days. So she had to do something, right? She got to make a move. She got to take care of her kids, right? She dove into the water and pulled up an alligator.
Wow.
You seen that?
It's crazy.
I was like, I want her on my team. Call her agent, find out who she is. That's who I want on my team. Because I was like, man, if she can do that, that's stronger than any. I don't know what to say. When I saw that, I was like, wow. To dive in the water and the alligator's probably down just swimming, just chilling, relaxing. Ain't nobody gonna mess them down in the water. And out of nowhere, she pulled them out and dragged them up into the bush, and that was like something to see. So maybe you guys get a chance, type it in YouTube, and look it up, because it's just amazing what you would do.
The drive.
Yeah, the drive, the motivation, and the determination when your back is against the wall.
Yeah.
You have to feed your family. You got to do something. You have to do something to make it happen. That's that motivation that I want you guys to have. I want you to have that type of motivation, that hunger, that will take you and your performance to the next level. That's what you need. You have to have it. If you want to make 110, 250,000, $500,000, you want to make $500,000, Milton, man, you got to be grinding. You got to be grinding 8 days a week. That's how hard you got to grind. You got to put some time in. You got to sacrifice. You got to sacrifice a lot. You might sacrifice some family time. You might sacrifice some personal time. Maybe some vacation time. Maybe some holidays. When everyone's getting ready for Thanksgiving and Christmas and all this stuff, and you're like, you know what? I need to be in the office. Let me grind it out. Just like Andre said, he used to get up. I remember Andre was calling me at 5 o'clock in the morning on his way to the office.
Wow.
5 in the morning, and he grinded out. And he made so much money. He showed me his stuff. I was like, wow, bro. I mean, he was calling me. And, he was in the office 5 o'clock, 5:30, on the phone, and it was great because that's really, he would start calling, I guess, around 6, but he was in the office getting organized at that time. But the reality is that most business owners are in the office early too.
Yeah.
Right? And you can reach them between between 6:30, 7:30, 7 o'clock, because you're in the office like everyone else, grinding, getting their day, preparing for their day and get things done while the office is quiet. So if the phone rings, I'm the business owner, I'm going to pick it up. And that's what he was doing. He was getting ahead of everybody, and it benefited him and his family, and he really made a lot of money. So that's the motivation and drive I need you guys to have. You guys are with me?
Yeah.
Can I get a hand?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay, all right. You guys know I have a little strange sense of humor, but so any questions?
No.
Let's get Samantha involved. Samantha works with Zev University, but we're gonna have you tell us a little bit about what's your why.
My wife?
Yeah.
I'm a cougar too.
Yeah.
And I have a son, his name is Royal. And the reason why I named him Royal is because like growing up, you know, they told us you can't do this, you can't do that, and I was like, that ends here. So my why is my son, and just a little bit about myself, like I've had a lot of growth. After I had my kid, I was just like, I'm gonna do whatever it takes, but sometimes you just don't know what that is.
Right.
So I went to college for like business administration, and there was this teacher, and her name was Deborah Lawrence, and I'll never forget her. She was like this amazing person. She taught me about vision boarding and writing down my goals, and I made my first vision board, and within the first 6 months of, like, not even, like a month after graduating, I got a job in a human resources office with like my best friend. She actually got me the position.
Awesome.
So I worked there for 2 to 3 years, and I went from like entry level to like advanced in human resources.
Okay.
And then I left that position, went to my own like remote location with another company, and it just like happened very quickly for me. After that vision board system, it just happened, and then I had a change of heart after like COVID and all these crazy things happened. I was like, well, I want to focus on my passions now, because honestly, like HR just wasn't it. I was dealing with nurses and home health aides in the healthcare industry, and it was very like depressing, just dealing with the calls every day. So I was like, what can I do that will kind of like bring me happiness and peace of mind? And I'm a singer, I love music. So I decided to go for that. I went signed up for like vocal lessons, and within a year and a half I got hired as a vocal teacher. Again, things just kept happening very fast. This was all in my son was 2 when I went to school, so he's now 6, so it's 4 years, and I'm already in my 2nd year of teaching vocal lessons.
Wow. Good for you.
And then lastly, real quick, even further, I went to take like a sound bowl class and sound practitioner healing. And again, the most that I got out of her program, I learned about sound bowls, which is great. But the most important thing I learned was how to deal with people and how to manage others, because I was working at a taco spot as a general manager, but I was getting in trouble. I was cursing at my employees. Like, it was just bad. It was just really bad. So with her training, I was able to just focus on what's my why, what's important to me, and no matter what anyone said to me, it wasn't gonna affect my outcome and my performance.
Right.
And then I just graduated a month ago,
Okay.
and I was scrolling through Craigslist, and I found this ad, and I was like, I'll never find a job from home. Like, my dad just had a stroke, so he's like really ill, so I'm helping them. My son is homeschooled. I was like, I'm never gonna find a job from home. This is impossible. And like 2 clicks down was his ad. And I called him and I was like, please be real. Please be not a scam. And here we are.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Nice. Yeah. I don't know what to say.
Right.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah. But the attraction, the law of attraction, and staying positive, staying focused, that's what it's all about. Okay, so let's you guys, I want you to really dive into, outside the training, really dive into your why. That's gonna be the key to being successful and taking your performance to the next level. So, when we have our one-on-one training, which I have on, which each one of you, we're gonna really go into your why, okay? And we're gonna really design a package for you that's gonna help you, you know, really reach these goals and manifest the life you want. You guys, you good with that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, good, okay. So now let's go to, I want you to go to the page that says self-accountability. And self-accountability is a real tough one. And I'm gonna tell you why that's so hard, because we've all been sort of trained throughout our lives that we have to depend on others to help us get to the next level. And within reason we have to. But in our training, the third step which is self-accountability, tells you that it's up to you as an individual to improve your life. You can't rely on your spouse, a friend, family member, a government agency. You can't do any of that. If you really want to take your life to the next level, it's up to you. You can't blame someone else because things are not working out the way you want, or the boss is not giving me the raise that I deserve, and things. You just can't do that. That's like, that'll put you in a negative why it's going to be hard to get out of.
Mm-hmm.
So self-accountability, I want you to write down, on self-accountability, I want you to write down that several times, at least 10 times, should be 10 lines or number lines, that from here on out, I'm going to be responsible for my own success. I need you to write that down, physically write that down. Because your success is up to you. It's not up to your spouse, not up to, it's not up to Keller Williams, right?
Mm-hmm.
If Keller Williams for some reason was sold to another company, you still got to get out there and grind. You got to do something, right, to make it happen. You can't let them stop you from reaching your goals because the office closed down or something took place. Right? Your life still goes on, correct?
Right.
You guys with me? So, if you want to get a new car or take care of your kids, Nicole, listen, it's up to you. It's not up to anyone else. It's not up to a spouse or a friend or family member. You can't get pissed off because someone said, no, I can't watch the kids tonight, or I can't do this, I can't do that. It's your responsibility.
Right.
So we have to always dig deep and figure out how to become responsible for our own success in life and not blame someone else because things are not working out. When we talk to high school athletes, we tell them, don't get mad at the coach because you're on the bench. You can't blame the coach. There's something you're doing wrong. Play harder. Exercise more.
Yeah.
Practice your jump shot. Learn the playbook. So don't come to me, blah, 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 about I can't play because coach this and that is politics. No. If you're good, they're going to play you. So if you want to succeed, you have to have that mindset that it's up to me. It's not up to anyone else but me. So I need you to write that down, okay, guys?
Yep.
And ladies. Again, writing it down goes into your subconscious mind, which controls 95% of all of our daily activities. 95% is controlled by our subconscious mind. So if you want to change a habit or improve your activities, what we have to do is improve or change our subconscious mind. It's that simple, but it's difficult.
Mm-hmm.
It's really difficult to change a habit, but it's possible. It takes about, like I said, 65 days. It's just a matter of, are you willing to put that effort in?
Mm-hmm.
How bad you want to make that change?
Mm-hmm.
And most people make a change when there's pain or frustration. Or you might be in a situation where, I can't deal with the situation anymore. I'm tired of pain, the stress that it brings me. Now you're going to make a change. With our training, we want you to make a change based on positive emotions, based on your future goals, based on what you want to achieve in life. You want to earn X amount of dollars, that's your motivation. That's your why. It all comes to a full circle in our 7 steps. Guys are done with that?
Yeah.
Pretty much. Next one is gonna be alignment. Okay? And this is also important. Alignment pretty much stands for, we have a goal. I want you guys to visualize, the goal is like a mile away, right? All your goals are like a mile away. In order for you to reach that goal, everything has to be lined up. What I mean by lined up, which means your thoughts have to be in line with your actions, has to be in line with your thoughts, and most of all, your emotions must be in line with your thoughts and your actions in order to reach that goal. That makes sense?
Mm-hmm.
So let's visualize a combination. You know, the old combination you have in high school. It has 3 different numbers. So you turn one to the right, and then you turn to the left and back to the right. Well, if you have the right numbers, which are going to be aligned, then that combination is going to open up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with your goals. Everything has to be in alignment in order for you to achieve your goals. Your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions, everything has to be in line. So you can say, like Andre said earlier, you can just say, oh, I want to lose weight on a conscious level. But if you're just saying it and you don't emotionally feel it, and then you don't act upon it, it's not going to happen. So if you say I want to make $500,000 a year, that's fine. You can do that. Guarantee you can do it. It's no problem. But you have to feel it, and then you have to act on it. And most of all, you have to consciously think about it and work it into your subconscious mind. That's the only way it's going to happen. So that's where our step alignment comes in. We're going to show you how to do that in the one-on-one training. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Everything has to be lined up. It's the only way. We all heard the saying of the stars are lined up for something to happen. You heard that before? It's the same thing. Your actions, your feelings, your emotions, your beliefs, and what you say and do must all be lined up in order for you to achieve your goals. Okay? You guys got that one?
Yeah.
All right. The next one is going to be repetition. It's important. Doing something over and over and over and over again until it becomes a habit, and before you know it, you're doing it on a subconscious level and you're not even thinking about it. We all have our habits. Some people get up in the morning, they drink coffee every morning, or you pick up your phone automatically. That's a habit. You do it without even thinking about it, right? Have your phone right next to the bed. As soon as you wake up, lay there for about a minute or two, and say, oh, let me grab my phone and see. It's a habit. So what we want to do is I want you to write down on this part habits that you might want to change. And then on our one-on-one, we're going to go over the repetitions to changing the habit that you would like to change, whatever it is. Might be an eating habit or whatever it might be. Something that you're not comfortable with that you want to change in your life. That's going to make you a better person. It's going to make you more productive in your career. So some of you guys did talk about laziness, being lazy. So maybe that's a habit you might want to change. We're going to show you how to change that habit. Some of you might have a negative habit of not making enough phone calls, or reaching out to enough clients, potential clients. We're going to show you how to change that. Remember, it's going to be business related, the habit that you need to change, okay? And over the next 2 months, we're going to show you how to change that habit, and then you're going to say, wow, it works. It works. I had a habit of going to the gym after work, and about 2 years ago, I said, you know what? I'm going to start going to the gym in the morning. So I started waking up at 4:30 in the morning to get to the gym at 5. Now, for the first couple of months, it was tough, because I started in August. I think it was August of 2018, and August came, and then September came, and it started getting a little chilly. The sun doesn't come up as early. I'm laying in bed. The bed is nice and warm. Like, oh man, 4:30, I don't want to get up. And then by April, it was like a no-brainer. My body naturally woke up around 4:15, 4:30, and I was at the gym at 5 o'clock. Now, the strange thing about it is that when the pandemic hit, back in March, everything shut down. There was no gym. But as soon as the gym opened up, Chris, where was I at the gym when it opened up? All of a sudden, my body started.
Yeah,
I started
feeling.
waking up. First, it started like 6 o'clock, then 5 o'clock, then 5 to 4
Early.
o'clock. Now I'm up like 3:30, quarter to 4. I'm getting ready. I'm a little tired because I'm getting a little too early, but my body's adjusting. But it's like a no-brainer now. I get
How
up.
do you go to sleep?
It's getting better.
Around 10. I get about 4 or 5 hours of sleep. That's all I need. What happens is that in our training, you're going to realize down the road, might be a year, that you don't need as much sleep
Mm-hmm.
because you're more focused on what you're doing, and you don't have a scatterbrain. Your time becomes, you be more productive with your time because you're dealing on a higher vibration, and your subconscious is stronger, so you don't waste as much time during the day. You get things done, so you just have more time to get, to get things done and less time to sleep. It's strange, but it's a new way of thinking. We're gonna show you guys, and it's very productive. But yeah, today I get up. I was at the gym, not today, but I'm going tomorrow because we've been training here. But normally, 4:30, get up, go to the gym, get it done. It doesn't bother me. You guys are welcome to join me if you like. No? Nobody wants to get up there
Where do you
early.
work out?
Excuse me?
Where do you work out?
LA Fitness, West Orange. Yeah. Okay. So repetition is important. Doing something over and over and over and over again. By the end of the second month, that habit that you was trying to change into a positive habit is going to kick in, and you'll be off and running. Now, there's going to be some times where you're going to say, as they say, fall off the wagon a little bit, and it happens. We're all human. Something happens. You can't get to the gym, or you can't continue to do what you're doing. You got family things, but then you get back on schedule. The most important thing in our training is that you're aware that you're not on schedule that you should be, and that's where 99% of people just not aware that their life is going down the wrong road because they've just been programmed to do a certain thing. But in our training, you're going to be more conscious of what you're doing on a daily basis. So when you do sort of get off track, you're aware of it. So for example, if one of your goals is to cut back on fast food, and then you do cut back on fast food, and then for some reason you start eating fast food, you're going to be conscious of it, and then you're going to get back on the right track.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I just use fast food as an example because that's a tough one.
Your mint.
What?
Your mint thing is like $20. That's food.
Oh yeah. My budget. I have a budget. I use Mint.
Okay.
It's like with Intuit, you know,
The
Intuit.
budget.
Yeah.
I have
So
that.
I track all like my finances.
Me
So when I
too.
go over budget, it'll send me an email like, bloop. It just did like last week. It's like you went over your fast food budget. I was like, they caught me.
You want to, right?
You can't escape.
That's nice.
Yeah.
What's it called, Mint?
It's called Mint.
Mint.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a free application.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's definitely helped you. Definitely. Okay, so you guys are good with that?
Yeah. All right.
The next one is focus. Okay? This one is focus. On this one, I want you to write down. I want you to write the date. Today's date, 24th. And then I want you to write down on all the lines. I will start focusing on my goals. I want you to write all the way down. I will focus on my goals. Feel like you're back in elementary school, right? See who has a good penmanship. Are you guys enjoying the training?
Yes.
It's quite different than what you expected, right?
100%.
Yeah. Most time people say, I thought we were gonna talk about real estate. No, this is a little bit more different than real estate.
It reminded me of something just a little less intense
What was that?
last week. You know who David Goggins is?
Never heard.
That he's all over Instagram.
David Goggins?
Now he is, yeah.
Yeah, he has this
He
deep voice.
he just came out with a book. It's a really good book. It talks about California
surprised what you can do when you put your mind to it. You like that leopard that jumped in there, got that alligator.
That's me.
That's you?
My daughter watched the video.
Hey.
I need that alligator.
Women are always tougher than men. There's no doubt about that. Always. You back a mom up in the corner against her kids, forget about it. You're gonna lose that fight. Okay, so you guys got that?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And that's why everybody comes to mom.
There it
There
is.
we go.
That's the
Touche.
Ah.
I was wondering why. 'Cause
There is props for dads though. I love my dad.
yeah,
So good.
but he just, you got a twice today. First on Jordan, now the mom thing.
Right.
Yes.
If you can't say anything, you pull out the Jordan. I'm surprised they never said that on ESPN. They never talk about the time frame, the years. When it comes.
Numbers always make sense.
So he did all that in 10 years. Oh yeah, but he's the man. You shut him down.
Like you, I never heard that before.
Never heard that argument. Okay. Last one is the best one, belief. I need you to write down that you're going to believe in your abilities to achieve your goal. If you don't believe in it, so we can give you all the 6, 7 steps and give you all this training, but if you don't believe it, that you can achieve the goal, then it's like a waste of time, right? You have to mentally believe in yourself. And that's one of the things that we really focus on in the face-to-face training. I need you to write down, I believe in myself. Write that down, I believe in myself. Without that, it's none of this is going to work. None of it's going to work. You have to believe that you can achieve the goals. Like earlier said, self-worth. That's a lack of belief. But when you have the belief system, it's built up strong, you have a strong foundation, and you can believe it. Then there's no such thing as lack of self-worth. You know you can achieve it. You know you can do it. Why not? If someone else did it, you can do it too. There's people out there right now making $250,000, $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 in this industry. Why can't you? When I was in college, my freshman year in college, I wanted to join a fraternity, and I was a little skeptical.
Where did you study?
The college is no longer around. It's called Upslope College. It's in New Jersey, in East Orange, New Jersey.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I wanted to join a fraternity, and most of the guys on the fraternity was football players. And I played football, but you join a fraternity, you look at these guys, it's like they're gonna beat you up a little bit, hit with the paddle. So I'm debating whether or not I want to do it. And then here comes this little guy, walks in, and they call him Little Caesar. And there's always a little one that's like, vicious, meanest one. Yeah, Little Caesar. He was a Little Caesar too. He was a terror. And he was probably maybe about, 4'11", 5 feet, little guy. And I looked at him and I said, damn, if he can do it, I can do it. So that's how you have to feel. If someone else has already did it, then why can't I? I deserve it. I believe in myself. I have to focus. I put in the reps.
Right.
I talked about, I learned about self-accountability. I learned about my self-image. I learned about being motivated, being focused. Like I said, it comes all the way back to full circle. And the most important one is, do I believe I can do it? So if you believe you can achieve all your goals, then there's no reason why you can't do it. Yes?
I wanted to say that I feel like sometimes people feel like they need permission to do something, but like we never really need that permission, especially in the industry that you're in. You have the training, you're here, like you can do it.
Yeah, you're right. That when they think they need permission, it's because they're concerned about what other people think. That's the thing that holds back a lot of people from just living life, just worried about maybe what my parents might think, or my friends, or my. I tell my 3 adult kids, listen, since they were small, listen, live your life, be happy. Don't worry about what people think, because they're gonna talk about you anyway. So you might as well go ahead and be happy. You gotta live for you. So your belief system is very important. You guys got that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good.